saying that Smolder hadn't been picked all day. Yeah, I'm going with the royal we, where you get to share half of the blame for what I said earlier.
Oh, hell nah, not on that one. I'll share any other blame you want.
Yeah, Smolder locked in. But hey, the Snake gets the jinx, which is always a pretty good answer in my mind. Oh, see, you get your Ornn.
Oh, okay, it's not quite 369 Ornn. It's sheer Ornn, and I've not seen this yet, but I'm very excited because JDG, okay, man, JDG are playing a very slow, calculated game. They love team fighting, that's their bread and butter. The team fighting is queen for this particular team, so I'm loving the fact that you've got an Ornn right there. Stick a farming jungler for Kanavi as well, make it even better, fits to all the rules that JDG love to play by, so it's going to be the Yagao this time around, a great pairing. Together with the Karma. Of course, Zinza was taken away by the side of EDG. However, there's a lot of playmaking potential that I'm seeing on the side of EDG. Renekton extremely strong on his own. You've got Ari together with Zinza. You can play for picks later on at level 6. Now, one thing that I do not like is laners that play more passively versus a Smolder. This is why I love the Kaisas, the Zeris, the Lucians, all that stuff when it comes to playing into the Smolder. This time around, you're kind of handshaking scaling, and we all know how that goes.
We certainly do. I feel like EDG need to have power in that top side with the Ornn playing almost weak side. I feel like we've got double weak side, honestly, with a Smolder on one side and Ornn on the other side, but we've got double scaling as well.
Okay, let me tell you something. Ornn wants you to believe that he's playing weak side. But how many solo kills have we experienced in the entirety of League of Legends where Ornn just pretty much solo kills any champion in the top lane? Just straight up bonks them out of existence.
That's true. That Ornn combo can be devastating. We'll see what Sheer can do on the pick. He's never played Ornn competitively. We'll see how he does on the stage. And Ala, hell of an opponent to have your first competitive Ornn game, but I'm sure he's plenty practiced. He certainly does. JDG confident coming into game number 2 after domination in game number 1. Let's see if they can repeat that with very much a scaling composition on their side, but plenty of potential in those fights.
Wow, okay.
That one girl really going for it on the EDG Gios there. Heart and soul.
Support your favorite teams, people. Yeah. Support your favorite teams.
Too right, too right. Least they're giving it everything. Ornn. Least you can give it is your voice. Yeah, the Space Groove on up in the top side. Not even, I guess we're not on the patch where the choo-choo train on is in just yet.
Oh my god, I saw that. I saw that. That is absolutely marvelous. Whoever thought of that idea, 10 out of 10, do it again.
Yeah, that's good. It's good skin. But JDG, I mean, to be honest, I kind of anticipate a pretty slow game coming out from them. With on top, small bot. But that said, Kanavi's on Viego. It's getting spicy in the bot lane.
This is so funny. One team is moving forward while the other team is also moving forward. Ruler is a little bit too far out, but the Snake is going to show himself up. But that was way too funny. EDG were pushing down bot lane, while JDG were also pushing from their side, but it was towards Tribush. Trying to make sure they get that early cheeky ward down. You don't want none of these shenanigans. We saw Yoya actually do a crazy pathing where it was literally red buff to bot lane. And it netted them a kill. Would also set Ruler pretty far behind, especially since she's not rallying the teleport to get back to lane super quickly.
No, not just yet. As Ruler starting with the Q. Early on, we saw a lot of Smolder starting with the W to be able to get a bit of poke, a bit of lane push early on. But I think a lot of... Obviously, it's matchup dependent, but especially against the Jinx, a lot of Smolders realizing that you're not getting push anyway. So just getting the Q, being able to stack up on the last hits, it's a perfectly good way to start that lane off. Keeping our eyes on Sheer, remember, he's up against Ala today. And on one of the champions that Ala really sort of cut his teeth on with this Renekton. Nice W buffer, but Ala zips back out of the trade. Sheer doing well though, so far. It's a decent matchup for Ornn. Can often weather the storm that Renekton can bring.
Absolutely. I feel like if you have to choose any tank towards the top side of the map, and of course, in the most recent age, it has always been K'Sante. K'Sante is a very gracious loser when he isn't losing matchups. He used to do like very evenly into everything, if not even like win pretty much everything, because of how his kit works. But right now, Kanavi, hold on to that thought, because Kanavi's in the bot lane, missing his looking.
He just flashes onto the Snake. Ignite going to be burnt as well. The Snake has flash available, but the stun will land from Kanavi. Big damage there. Vampire, the next target, also has flash. The Snake doing a really good job to hold onto his own.
Very miscoordinated right there from JDG. Missing is going onto Vampire, but then Kanavi focused the Snake, who also had flash, but no one else could reach the Snake. So that's a pretty big miss right there from JDG. They're going again.
We're just scrapping here. Missing is kind of low on HP, though, and it's a good start for EDG. Monki, the target. Oh, he flops his flash. Disaster from the jungler of EDG. Support for jungle, you'll take that trade. And now Kanavi wants to deny these recalls. Now has Xin Zhao W to work with as Yagao pokes him up at the tower. The W lands as well. Shield from Yagao, but they can just keep them here. There's no way to reset. Ruler is so slow at pushing this wave, but it's fast enough. The Snake flashed on by Kanavi. He grabs himself a double kill, and you couldn't be happier than that.
0909 is heading towards that bot side of the map as well. Monki and 0909. It has been the name of the game for these two, but it's not going to be the case this time around. It is just to soak up that wave towards the bot side so the experience doesn't go to waste. And oh my god. I mean, I'm telling you, this champion is just not fair. You guys thought K'Sante is OP? Nah. It's always been about Ornn. Ornn has been the OG OP tank at the top lane. Bullies every bruiser. Oh, the face of League of Legends. And again, missing. And Kanavi at it again. I'll say Ruler was pretty far away from this exchange, and had he not come as fast, this could have gone very, very south from JDG, but unfortunately right here from Monki, does miss the flash. He face checks onto the wall, and then Ruler, I feel like if Yagao could have potentially helped Ruler pressure that a little bit longer, it could have been a little bit of a faster exchange right here, but EDG have nowhere to run but backwards. Kanavi's over there, so they pretty much like pick their poison, right? Do you want to give the kills to Ruler, or do you want to give the kills to Kanavi? I would say both are pretty equally bad, but hey, choose the lesser evil, I guess.
I was going to say, it's I'm quite happy if I'm JDG getting early kills on the Viego. Like, Smolder's going to do damage no matter what early on. No, later on, sorry. Once he's got those stacks, it doesn't really matter that much if he's got a bunch of extra gold. Whereas the Viego can take control of this game with this kind of gold lead. Already has a tunneler in his inventory, so a bit of damage, but a bit of bruiseriness as well. Bruiseriness? Extra health, anyway, is what I'm trying to say. Monki moving into the bottom side. We do love a bit of bruiseriness here in the LPL. Ward cleared. Ruler's going to try and soak up as much of that wave as physically possible, but no threat of a dive from EDG here. They move over to the Drake.
Yeah, they were trying to help them push down that wave, especially now that Viego is 3-0. You need to make sure that you're extremely safe pressing down those waves. Ashir is going to take a trip down, take that honey fruit for himself, get some HP back, but right now he is kind of zoned out of the lane, so he's going to have to take the long way around. See, he waited a second right there. I was looking at the minimap. He waited a second just to see where Renekton exactly was, and the second that Renekton walked into the map, he took the shorter route to his top lane.
Yeah. Nicely
played by Sheer right there to make sure that he doesn't take any unfavorable trades. So far, he has been winning the trades in lane. He has fallen behind like about 10 CS, or it looks like 9 CS, but the rest of the map is winning. So all you can do, again, like Ornn is one of the most gracious like losers of all time. Like, it doesn't matter if he falls behind, he still does his job. The extra items, the upgrades are gonna come through later on, which is huge in terms of scaling, especially when you have things like a Smolder and a Viego.
Yeah.
That scales so well into the late game.
I think one of the most important things about not just Ornn, but also the fact that JDG have Nautilus here, it means that they have guaranteed engage, basically. Like, Ornn is already very good at setting you up for long-range engages on fights. Nautilus is fantastic at following that up. Ala doesn't get knocked up there. Will get knocked back by the Brittle. Horn comes in. Ala flashes, still gets caught by it though. And the stun to follow up from Kanavi. Ultimate available. One more hit, but he can't quite get the damage.
Oh, quite unfortunate right there from Ale. Tries to flash away, still gets knocked up. But luckily for him, he's gonna make his way out still alive. And I love the fact that you're bringing up the part about Nautilus and Ornn. Both are very great non-committal engaged champions. With your Nautilus, you can press R. You don't necessarily have to go in. With Ornn, the exact same thing. You just choose the closest to you champion, and then everyone can just focus that one. You're gonna have Smolder with stacks later on. You already have a pretty fed Viego. So it's kind of like C champion, kill champion right here. However, Monki, he's lurking around right here with Vampire, trying to steal the red buff away. He's going to get smited away by Kanavi. Not much found here for EDG. I'll give props to them. They're looking. They need to make something happen towards the bot side of the map. They're pulling down 0909 as well.
I don't know if this is a dive that can work with Kanavi in the wings, but let's find out. Ultimate comes out from Ruler, flashes back, but 0909 chases it. Missing next target, but Monki still under the tower. Flashes to safety. Yagao has to sweep this one up and sweep it up. He will. Kill onto Monki. 1 for 1 here, but Ruler lost a few minions. JDG can't chase for more. Nice dive, honestly, from EDG.
That was pretty well done from EDG. They're really trying to shut down Ruler on the Smolder. You need to get something going for you early on. Definitely don't want to be face shaking into no Viegos, especially with how fed Kanavi is at this point in time. So you're definitely going to try to get some kills onto your Jinx. Unfortunately, all of the kills have gone on to Rel. Vampire is sitting 2-1 with scoreline. And if you look over on the CS, Ruler has not necessarily taken a huge hit. You see he died. He's making his way over in the mid lane. Karma stays bot. And let's look at this dive one more time. It's a 4 versus 2 under tower. Ruler's gonna use his ultimate to try and clear out the wave. So the tower does quite a bit of damage onto the Rel. Vampire has to flash out, and then Yagao will just flash in to finish the kill. Now, another funny part here is, you know about Lee syndrome, right? If you hit the Q, you have to take the Q. I feel like it's the same thing with Viego. You see a soul, you have to take the soul. Kanavi literally went into that tri-bush to take that random soul.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Too right. That is his prerogative as the Viego player. 4 grubs taken. Kanavi wants to get all 6 if he can. That's 5 for himself. EDG contesting on the final one. No smite available for Kanavi. Monki has his, so this should be grub taken by EDG, at least denying 6. Still 5 over to JDG. Not ideal for EDG. Hook comes on through. Great charm out from 0909, denying some of the follow-up, but Kanavi is all of the follow-up they need. There's one reset, and it's Rel as well. That's perfect. Monki, the next target, who dives further in and will just be taken down. That's a second reset for Kanavi as Yagao charging forwards in the fight. Nicely done here on the side of JDG.
Ruler? Oh my god, he took the flash off of the snake. I was looking at my minimap and suddenly the Jinx jump screens. So Ruler playing aggressive onto the snake as well. There's so many skirmishes just going the side of JDG. You saw top side. We had 2 Void Grubs going over to the side of JDG. Kanavi managed to secure those. They have 5, which means every time you hit the tower, you do extra damage. And thank you for the replay right here, observers. Ruler is taking the fire onto the snake right here. He's able to get past the chompers. But once the snake gets past that tower, has more range, manages to trade a bit of HP back and forth. Overall, a pretty favorable trade all across the board for JDG. They lose 1, but they gain so much on the map, especially taking that Jinx flash.
Let's take another look at this 3v3. Great engage from missing. The chomp denies a bit from Yagao, but honestly, Yagao's kind of chilling. And they trade supports, but the thing is, it's not even when the Viego then becomes the support. Like, it's only like a trade for a half trade.
Yeah, honestly, again, there's so much follow-up. You pick up the Rel, you can continue playing these team fights. You can follow through. You've got so much engage. Same if you pick up the Xin Zhao. Same if you pick up the Ahri. You've got a charm then that you can follow up on. Your team can follow up on that. So, some pretty great souls right here for Kanavi to pick up on. 4-0-2. He had an absolutely mind-blowingly incredible performance in game 1, and he's following up here. They're trying to find him. They're like,
Yeah, with the vision toggle, I wasn't sure if they were camping in one of those bushes and the snake could be in trouble, but no. It's going to be onto Vampire here. Missing, starting the fight off. Depth charge onto 2, pulling them back into the play. A Monkey just can't escape. Jungler down and maybe a little bit more under the tower as the snake forced away. Vampire trying to protect his AD carry here. Ghost available, but Flash isn't. The snake chased down. The stun hits, but Missing goes wide on his hook. So Jinx underneath the tower. Vampire low and will be finished off. 0909 looking to answer though. Kanavi the target, but the Rel combo stuns him up. Kanavi keeps on forcing more. This Viego is monstrous.
5-0 3. Kanavi is running circles around EDG. They cannot face check a single bush. They need to have at least 2 to 3 members to figure out where Viego is, and they're praying that even Viego is not in there, because at this point I'm pretty sure that Kanavi can take a 1v2 on his own for sure. And honestly, they've given him way too easy champions. He plays Xin Zhao, he plays Rel. Give him harder champions, man. Every time he kills Monki, he's like, oh yeah, that's my favorite champion, give it to me. Then he kills Vampire, he's like, oh yeah, I've played Rel as well. Give that to me too. Like, give him harder champs, man. Give him Jinx. I don't know.
Yeah, he literally has 3 junglers to play in this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How lucky can you be for JDG? But I mean, these fights are so one-sided at this point. Oh no, Monkey's caught again. It's so sad to see. We were talking about Monkey coming into the series as well. I was excited to see what Monkey could bring to the table today, but Kanavi just reading him so damn well, punishing every little mistake.
Yeah, Kanavi shutting down all rumors that potentially Monkey could gap him on the Rift. This is not going to be the case. Kanavi is still one of the strongest junglers, not only in the region, pretty sure worldwide as well.
Yeah.
One of the most talked about junglers. His pathing, the way he plays the game, the way he sees the game, the way he changes his playstyle depending on the comp, on the situation. Such a clever individual when it comes to the jungle. A lot to learn from him. And Monkey, he's spotted by the control ward. He thought he could get away with it. He knows Viego's on the bot side of the map, but at this point JDG is so far ahead they don't necessarily need Viego.
Yeah. Cheer there to set it up as well with CC chain. And this is the thing, like, JDG 9-4 right now, they're 3,000 gold up. They've got on top and Smolder bot. They're 3k up with the scaling comp. That's not how this is meant to go. Ala gonna try and get onto Ruler here. Flashes, cleanse comes out from Ruler, needs to dodge the charm, just gets under the minion wave. He survives, and now Kanavi can carry the fight. 0909 the target, but Ala dives onto the Smolder. Bit of revenge here. Can he get out with his life? Kanavi, this is the charm. Shouldn't matter too much, just dives into the action. Monkey dives in as well, though. Missing here to protect his jungler. The resets will come on through once more. And that is all said and done. Kanavi once again sweeping up 7-0-4 on the Viego.
Holy, Kanavi clutch right there. Clicks on the soul last second, right before that super mega death rocket hits. That would have been actually a lot of gold, 1,000 gold in fact. Going over to the snake. And potentially, maybe a swing in the way that skirmishes and fights are going if this gold goes over to the Jinx that has been quite starved.
Yeah.
0-1 has been played for, but then Ruler has been able... like, honestly, I don't know where Ruler finds all this CS from. They've killed him twice. They've pinned him down. They're pushing him out of lane. This man just finds creeps. He just finds CS. Like, fair enough.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. One thing I will say as well, the fact that we've got a Shears Ornn stacking up armor here, who the hell is going to kill this Ornn later on? Like, realistically, 0909 ain't exactly a tank shredder. Herald going to be used as a team fight. Engage onto Vampire. Double knock up though. Ala on the flank. This could be good for EDG. The Renekton behind enemy lines. Kanavi somehow surviving for the time being. Doesn't have flash though. Shut down for Ala. And Sheer trying to kite away. Great charm comes out to missing. JDG way overstep. The snake is low, so is Monkey. Ruler still here and has his ultimate available. The slow is there, followed by his mummy. Ruler eats him alive.
Somehow, JDG pulled this back. Kanavi, a little bit overconfident. I mean, fair enough. You're 7-0-4. Fair enough. You're overconfident. Takes that Rifter. He's like, Dukes. I wasn't going to hit it on the tower. I'm actually using it as an engage tool. kind of works out in the end because they get some pressure in the mid lane, they get to push some waves. However, you do get a big fat shutdown to 0909's Ari, and you see, uses it as an engage tool, knocks up Vampire, perfect, but then he's all alone and isolated. Ruler has to play over the wall, Sheer is not there, Yagao can't really follow him up, and honestly, if you're playing that Viego, you want at least your Karma around, you know? You want your utility bot to be there to shield you, to slow people down for you, to poke for you. And it wasn't really the case. It just went a little too far.
Do you know, the funny thing as well is Sheer completely whiffed his ultimate, didn't get the second proc on it. Everyone was stacked up for EDG on Kanavi, and Vampire was super low. If the knock-up hits from Sheer, I think Kanavi maybe gets the reset onto Vampire, and then Rel combos everyone, and maybe it turns into a turbo disaster for EDG.
You know
I think slightly lucky, honestly, to get away with that.
You know what? That's a great point. This is something that you could bring up in review if you're Kanavi and say, hey, it wasn't me overextending.
Hey, bro.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me inting. If you could please hit your ult next time, we get away with a quadra kill here.
I mean, I don't 100% know they get away with it. I don't know. I've seen JDG team fight before, though. I feel like they probably do. 13-7. That'll be a second Drake as well. Yagao, by the way, quietly carrying here. 4-0 and 6. 8 stacks on his Medjais now. Doing huge damage during these fights with that Malignance. I love that he's got Medjais before going for the Horizon focus as well. He's looking to snowball today.
There's a very happy Nightmare somewhere. The Malignance into the Medjais. Oh, Ruler, a little bit too far forward right here.
He even gets the big chicken, but he might have to flash here. 0909 charm.
The charm!
Just ice in the veins there. Doesn't even juke, just walks in a straight line expecting 0909 to predict the juke.
Some ankles were broken that day. Ruler, however, does lose his flash. That's huge. The only thing that was committed to this play was that ultimate from 0909, and we all know how low that cooldown is with the presence of Malignance.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, on the right side of your screens, look at Ari, look at the little circle above her portrait. It's almost back up! It's almost back up! Vampire, what?
Goes for a combo here. EDG want themselves a 4v4. Both TPs coming on through as Sheer gets the knock-up this time. And that'll be 2 kills already. Ala, no flank to work with, just going to be in a front to back. Gets away from the hook from missing. But ultimately, that's JDG starting strong here with Baron on the map. They can immediately turn their gaze.
Absolutely. No jungler, no problem. 0909 is looking for potentially a pick onto Ruler. I think the best thing that EDG can actually do here is push that mid lane wave and just pray. Just go to the sides, pressure out these waves. You see the Renekton is already on his way down. 0909 all the way on his way up. Try to push out these waves, try to delay the inevitable. There is no jungle, so there's no sign of a steal right here. Maybe if there was Super Mega Death Rocket, sure, but this is also on cooldown, so JDG, fantastic fight yet again. I mean, if Vampire tries to engage into this, I feel like it can only go south for the side of EDG. They're so far ahead. JDG can just literally melt them down. And as you can see again, Vampire, he just is missing. He just is missing and he just engages once Kanavi shows. But look at Kanavi's HP bar. He goes down a little bit, but then he puts out so much damage, picks up the soul, heals through it.
And I love, off the back of that play, Missing is there, standing near the Baron as it's going down. And he flashes up the Samsung Galaxy 2017 emote, which just so happens to be the team that Ruler was on in 2017. Getting himself that emote, getting himself his own world skin. That was the year him and Core JJ. Feels like such a long time ago. That's 7 years ago.
It does.
That's 7 years ago, guys. How is time passing? It's not fair. I want it to stop.
Hold on, that was when Haru was playing for that team as well.
Yeah.
Wow, he played. I remember he played one game and he got his Ezreal skin through that.
It was mostly
playing that one official game. Yeah,
it was mostly ambition. Let's be honest. But yeah, Haru was on the roster as well.
He played once. Come on, he played once. He played one Ezreal game.
You take those. You take those.
Absolutely, you have a world skin. You definitely take those.
You certainly do. My goodness. God, it's crazy.
Good old throwback.
It's crazy to think that that one is so long ago, because the Samsung win that always sticks in my head is obviously Samsung White 2014. That's a decade ago. That is a full-on decade ago, this Worlds. Back when Mata changed the vision game, made Riot
Can you stop
rework all
us,
of vision.
please?
My God.
Munch, you've exposed our age. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pain. Life is pain.
Sorry, I wasn't born. Sorry, I can't remember. My bad.
Yeah. I wish I could say I was a Zoomer. Actually, no, I don't. I take that back. Millennials rule, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love how this series is so over, even though it's like only 5,000 gold difference. And we have started talking about 2014 and 2015 and 2017 and
hey, Missing started it with that emote, okay?
True, okay. It was his fault, you're right.
He tangented. We're just running with it. I mean, like, realistically, there's not that much to talk about in this game now. This feels pretty done and dusted, doesn't it? A one vague win condition for EDG is if either JDG just kind of run it, or TheSnake somehow, you know, gets resets and pops off. But the thing is, he's like a full item and a half behind at this point. He's got a jumble sale of tier 2 items going on with his Zeal and his Last Whisper. Are they looking for a pick? Is Monki going to walk into them? I don't think so.
He Hex Blast through anyway, just to establish some dominance. Oh, the hook.
Bit of damage onto Vampire, but it's shielded. As JDG continue. 0909. TP
oh, the TP
behind.
Flank.
Maybe there's an angle here. Should we start calling him 18? If you add 9 and 9 together, that's 18. Ruler is going to face check in here. No, he's not. He's going to drop a ward in. And that means
I think even if he face checks, I don't think 0909 wants that.
Yeah, through the shielding that Yagao's bringing to the table, I'm not sure you actually get the kill. Here we go, ult popped by Sheer, looking to finish things off. TheSnake knocked up. It's a mid lane tower as Ruler flashes to safety. And the executes start to come in. Smolder is online. TheSnake knocked up. The dragon roars in the sky, but Ruler untouched in the fight so far. Flying forwards aggressively now. Feeling it in this game. As they take a mid inhib, there's even a wave bot as well. So this will be a second inhib as well. Who needs the Baron buff to take towers?
Absolutely, everything has been set up. You've got 5 Void Grabs as well. You get the extra buff when you hit the towers. You hurt them a little bit more. Ale on the flank, but there's not much to flank right now. You do not have ultimate onto this Renekton, and we saw what happened to him in the previous game that he was playing that Renekton. He pretty much dived in and died instantly, so might as well not want to take your chances this time around. It is going to be the 3rd dragon soul point for JDG, and Vampire just face checks.
Has to try and find them. I think he was hoping to catch someone not resetting, but unfortunately not going to happen. Ruler instant cleanse, and Allah punished for the audacity to try and find a pick. JDG making it look easy here, as they should. As they should, because they're 2nd place in the LPL, and they're up against the team that's 3 and 12. They should make it look easy. I just wish Top Esports could have made it look easy earlier too.
Absolutely, 0909 is going to look for something, but no, he's going to use his last charge to fall back onto that mid lane and try to clear out the wave. And I agree with you. Again, we said when teams are on the top side of the board, top 2, top 3, BLG are the clear #1 this season in the LPL. And if you want to challenge them at all, to show your prominence in the league as well, you should be literally burning through these bottom of the scoreboard teams, and that's exactly what JDG are doing here. Clinically, surgically clean. Also, look at this double agent in the top lane. He has sneakily been getting those assists in, building those items. I'm telling you, man, Ornn is the way.
James Bond, 007 for Sheer. And remember, JDG and Top Esports fighting for that 2nd seed. All JDG can do is win this series and hope that Top Esports loses one of theirs. I think Top Esports giving them a little bit of hope earlier on today against AL. They've got one last series against NIP, who are on a bit of an upswing. Maybe it's possible for JDG. Hook comes in onto Monki. Good little Ornn combo to get their knockups going. Monki just cannot escape. There's nothing he can do once he's in the fight. He's in. JDG happy to punish that.
Yeah, very awkward fight right there. You had your two parries split towards the bot side of the screen. Then you had Vampire and Monki on the other side of the screen. That's supposed to be your front line when you're playing front to back. Ale does have teleport, but he didn't want to pull it for that particular one. He knows that they're not going to be able to contest for that one. They do not have their jungle, they do not have a smite, they don't have a chance to steal that. Maybe Super Mega Death Rocket to try. It's not going to even be an attempt there from TheSnake. And honestly, slow methodical game right here from JDG. That's all they need. One Baron. There's only one lane left for the side of EDG. And other than that, there's just Nexus Tower standing still.
And EDG, this could be their last game of the split unless they get some kind of miracle. And I think half the players may be happy about that one after how this split has gone. I'll be glad to finally stop getting yelled at by Clear Love. Here we go. Deep TP from Allah, but he's spotted on a ward. So now full information for JDG. As they move in to look for a third inhibitor, Vampire just absolutely chunked as Ruler has just been free firing for so long at this point. He's got to be on multiple hundreds of stacks. We've seen his execute online for a long time at this stage. As 0909 looks for a charm and only finds fire. Burnt to a crisp, and JDG continue their siege.
Yeah, even if you hit the charm right there, your team is literally waiting at the Nexus Tower. It's a little bit of miscommunication right there. But honestly, for EDG, this game has been over for so long that you're trying to make some desperate plays right there. Yagao even flashing onto Ale.
Maybe a chance on the back
the
line.
solo kill.
Ruler's low, but the heal comes out from his ultimate, and Vampire can't finish the kill. It looked okay for a second. That's all we've got, though, unfortunately, for EDG. It's 2-0, one kill away from making it 24-7, just like the action in the LPL. But it's a 2-0 here for JDG over EDG. A confident win to finish out the regular split for JDG.
Yep, exactly how you want it. When you're playing against a team that is 3-12, sitting very comfortably at the very bottom of the table. JDG, very dominant in every single lane. I feel like Yagao looked much better in this particular series, but I feel like that's also because Kanavi looked absolutely monstrous this series.
And I will say, Yagao missed his first tippers, so